to put him away, but he...
Well, I think...
Entering an era ruled by myths and monsters, Larry Holmes looked like an outsider.
The long right hand.
No Ali-style theater, no Tyson-like primal terror. Cold-blooded, calculated, almost workmanlike. He turned the jab into a sentence and distance into a cage with no escape.
The head held forward. There's the left.
With uncanny fighting precision, tempered by the blunt honesty of the streets.
You're in my domain. That's my domain when you step inside the rope. So I want respect. So get off my property.
This calm man from Easton defended the heavyweight throne 19 times, survived an entire decade of wars, and shattered the plans of those who believed they were next in line. Today, we step into the story of the Easton Assassin, the most underrated ruler in heavyweight history. November 3rd, 1949, rural Georgia. A big black family, 12 children, a tiny shack, a father working in another state. In 1954, they moved to Easton, Pennsylvania. His father John goes to Connecticut, works as a gardener, and comes home once every 3 weeks. The money still isn't enough. 7th grader Larry drops out of school and goes to work at a car wash for $1 an hour. Then, it's the quarry, a dump truck, steelwork. This is not a story of a talented kid from a boxing gym. This is the story of a teenager who has to haul rocks so there's something to eat at home. He remembered, "I'll never forget how people laughed at us when my mom and I went to the rich neighborhood for free clothes. They giggled. I felt humiliated." That mix of shame and anger would become the fuel for everything he did later. In his free time, he goes to a youth center. There he learns to wrestle, punch, fight. Street fights go in parallel. Where others would crack, Larry learns one thing: no one will respect you just because you have to beat the respect out of them.
Nobody can whoop me.
Larry comes to boxing late, at 19. His first trainer is Ernie Butler, a former middleweight pro and prison guard. The gym is not a glamorous champions club, but a place that smells like sweat and anger. As an amateur, he has only 22 fights and suffers several painful losses. Twice he's stopped by Nick Wells, and in the fight with Dwayne Bobbitt, he goes down and is then disqualified for holding.
Come easily to Larry Holmes. That began to question his courage as early as that date, August 5, 1972.
Raw, rough, dirty. Not exactly the profile from which they usually mold future champions. But that same toughness is what gets noticed where it matters.
I'm trim. My jaw's ready. Look at my body. Look at me. In perfect shape.
In the early 70s, Larry becomes a sparring partner for Muhammad Ali. From 1972 to 1975, he lives in the shadow of a legend. He copies Ali's head movement, footwork, timing, and sees from the inside how a real champion behaves. After their first sparring sessions, his left eye swells so badly it's almost shut. Ali's assistant Gene Kilroy offers him ice. Larry answers, "No way. I want to go back to Easton and show everybody the bruises I got from Muhammad Ali." He spars with Ali, Frazier, Jimmy Young, Earnie Shavers. In the amateurs, no gold medals, but something more important is forming in his head. If I survive these guys in sparring, I can survive anyone. March 1973, Larry Holmes makes his professional debut. His purse, just $63.
Oh, that jab's gonna make marks.
He fights in small Pennsylvania towns, pads his record-beating guys below average. In the mid-1970s, trainer Richie Giachetti comes into his corner. He understands one thing clearly: without a major promoter, Holmes will remain just a good jabber from the provinces.
Oh, can I repeat this, Bobby?
Giachetti personally convinces Don King to give Larry a chance.
Wild looping punch. He's very lucky.
Oh, he was roughed again. He's in trouble now. And the rough.
The public is focused on others: Ali, Frazier, Foreman. But Larry already has the weapon that will go down in history: a long, sharp, mean jab. At 6 feet 3 inches with an 81-inch reach, he turns his lead hand into a blade, honed to automatic precision.
Richie Giacchetti, screaming rally. Use the left jab, the straight left jab, and then foul. Blow upon blow against the defenseless Robinson.
At the same time, he quickly understands the business side of boxing. Don King plus a title equals big money.
In very bad shape, and Holmes looks sharp.
Holmes doesn't hide the fact he's interested not only in belts, but in checks.
I got in the fight game to make some money. Not to be rich, not to become a champion, but just to make some money so that I didn't have to struggle for the rest of my life.
I'm one of the lucky fighters that was able to keep his head on and watch his money. But these other fighters are not knowing how much money they got in the bank. They can't write you a check for under $10,000.
People will criticize him for that, but it's exactly what keeps him from ending up broke.
One thing about me, I'm not afraid to work. I shine shoes, I worked in the car wash, I worked in the steel mill, and I can go back to that, but unfortunately I don't have to.
By the mid-70s, he's climbing the rankings and landing on the undercards of Muhammad Ali's fights.
Roy Williams in the white trunks. Williams at all yet, but again, Holmes is throwing all the leather here.
His name starts to appear on big posters, but a real test still hasn't come. It arrives in the spring of 1978, in the shape of a man everyone was afraid of.
Is he really a puncher? Who did he ever really knock out? Did he knock out Ron Lau? Did he knock out Gerry Cooney? Who did he really knock out?
It was Earnie the Black Destroyer Shavers. A man people used to say about, if he hits you, you'll need a new head.
Who's the strongest?
No, the strongest
Man, just in terms of...
Earnie Shavers.
Really?
Yeah, man.
The scariest puncher in the heavyweight division. Opposite him, Larry Holmes, widely seen as a padded record.
Business in the 11th.
The winner gets a shot at WBC champion Ken Norton. In this fight, Larry has to prove one simple thing. He's not just Ali's sparring partner. He's a future king.
I'm going to box him, I'm going to punch him, and I'm going to beat him. I'm going to stop Earnie Shavers Howard.
Through almost all of his career, but that changed a bit after he went once for the quick-handed heavy.
From the opening seconds, Holmes does what he does best. Keeps the distance, stabs with the jab, steps off the line.
Get set with that power, too. First round action.
When Shavers finally barrels inside, Larry ties him up, smothers him, breaks his rhythm.
Just the beginning of things. Flicking in that left. Using the left to keep Shavers alive for round two.
In the second round, Earnie lands several of those full-body bombs only he can throw. Knockout shots on anyone else.
Earnie's tested answer. Holmes. Shaver to the left, and suddenly Shavers got him with the... That is the knock your neck.
But Holmes takes them, clenches his teeth, and keeps jabbing.
The New York State Athletic Commission support. Last November 5th in this very arena, that was when Holmes fought Evar Harrington. That's right, Kenny, which did land twice. And
by the middle rounds, the fight starts to look like a reversed hunt.
Holmes is really fighting when at the end of this round coming up. With a broad grin, the confidence which has grown with his ability to use the left. Almost did well because this is good action.
It's not the puncher chasing the victim, but a calm jabber slowly, cold-bloodedly taking the monster apart piece by piece.
With 30 seconds left in the turn into a beauty of a heavyweight. Minute and a half gone in round 6. Shavers' stamina always was a question. The answer to the question. Shavers Oh, Holmes is 6'4" and Shavers is 6 feet. It's been a good boxing round for Larry. The crowd screamed at Shavers' right. But at the end of the 7th round, and Holmes is cleaning up on Shavers.
In the closing seconds of the 12th, Holmes rocks Shavers and almost finishes him, but the bell saves Earnie. On the scorecards, it's nearly a shutout. Shavers maybe gets a single round at best. Holmes wins and kicks the door to the elite wide open. Now the throne is in sight.
I dislike him intensely, very intensely. And to me, he's just basically a cheap imitation of Ali. And when you look at it bluntly, he's just a little old pinhead.
WBC champion Ken Norton, the man who broke Ali's jaw and tortured him with that awkward style.
There is something in hypnotism.
Do you think it was a lucky punch?
I really don't know. My mouth wasn't completely closed, I remember. But
You can remember the moment that it happened clearly?
Yeah.
You know when the jaw went?
Yeah.
He's the favorite. His purse, $2.3 million. Holmes gets $300,000 and almost no respect.
In the fight against Shavers, that would be he can get through to Holmes. Beat Holmes, WBC heavyweight title.
Holmes is faster, fighting on the back foot, jabbing and taking the early lead.
Too late to change him. Some of them they talked about just as I've been around too long. Yeah. We'll see during the course. Glove makes it more possible to last 30 seconds. Did Holmes connect?
Norton is strong, big, constantly pressing.
Hope for the future.
Fight him all night.
If he can.
Beautiful jab.
That long left keeping
How low Norton keeps his left hand. He's vulnerable. See Holmes keep his left up a little higher
to
now.
those left jab coaching this fight through the use of right there. The best blow
First jab. Beautiful jab.
In the middle rounds, the champion finds his groove.
right now. That's what they told him in his corner. With his mouth got him in right. We've got 40 seconds left in the round. Now
Starts to push and claws back the momentum.
skeptics about Larry Holmes.
He's doing a great job in this round.
He really is. He hurt Norton. Holmes, they changed their mind with this.
Holmes' right is working
Holmes
beautiful.
has really got Norton in trouble now. He's working Norton's half staggering. He's working Norton over. A tremendous round. Really hurt. Holmes trying to measure. Here's the end of the round. Will not go.
By the end of the 14th, all three judges have it even. Everything comes down to the final, 15th round. Both men come out knowing one thing: the next 3 minutes decide who history will call champion. Larry is fighting with an injured left arm. 5 days before the bout, he took an elbow to the biceps in sparring. But in the ring, no one cares. He pours everything into jabs, rights, and exchanges.
In the late rounds, was clearly in command in this round, eating up Larry Holmes. Holmes taking the punishment. Anybody wants to know if Holmes can...
Norton fires back just as hard. It's not chess, it's a war of wills.
There'll be no knockdown. The fight, and a great fight.
When the final bell rings, the judges give a split decision to Larry Holmes. He's the new WBC heavyweight champion. The 15th round of this fight will later be named one of the greatest rounds in boxing history. But for Larry, this is just the first floor of his reign.
We're back live in the crowd, increasingly restive, but...
After that, a whole era of conveyor belt defenses begins. First defense, Alfredo Evangelista, young European champion.
And Holmes wants to make a big impression here tonight. So we're underway.
For Larry, it's a chance to show, for the first time as champion, that he's not some boring point fighter.
You saw how you'll find that face getting. He has enough power in it to be...
He pushes forward, fights more aggressively than usual.
You got a different problem, and you used different puffiness that I expected under each. Billy Sims, 3 games in a row he's rushed. Right now, Larry Holmes. Facsimile of the end of this round. We will take a station break.
And in the 7th round sends the Uruguayan into a brutal knockout.
Really trying hard to put him away, but he's, well, I think
and down the challenger tumbled, and it took some time. It appeared that Evangelista had his guard up sufficiently, but the right hand.
The first knockdown of Evangelista's career. The purse, $1.5 million. The car wash kid doesn't count small bills anymore.
I think it's a good format. Give these guys the opportunity to come out and show and make some money, you know.
Then come names that aren't talked about much today, but back then were real fighters. Jose Ocasio, an undefeated Puerto Rican who had beaten Jimmy Young twice.
with a smile on his face, he grins, got to and missed.
But against Holmes, his record turns into pure theory. The jab clears the path.
At him again. Using the left, as I said, more, and then held forward. There's the left.
Body shots take away the base.
Knockdown in the round. Ocasio fights on. Padilla says, okay. Ocasio, now, there's the third.
Uppercuts snap the head up.
There's that right uppercut. If it's there, now Holmes is working. Remember Ali again. Oh, right lead now. Now Ocasio's hurt. He threw a right lead, left himself wide.
And from there is no second act. Knockdowns, stoppage, case closed.
There's the right. Not get impatient. And this was the last knockdown. See that left down low? Padilla lets it go on. How much longer? That's maybe one knockdown.
Mike Weaver is next, and this is no routine shift. This is a real fight.
You mean go out fast or be knocked out fast? Might be both. Weaver in the young Muhammad.
The new cable network HBO buys the bout, expecting a calm title defense. But Weaver doesn't show up as a supporting character.
He's in there to fight and open up. Oh, they're gone. If you notice, Weaver.
He applies pressure, forces the pace, backs the champion into the corner.
By the challenger. Now the rights are starting to come. Weaver fights back hard. Game this fight was to help win the fight. Weaver keeps pouring in. Cutting his man down with that jab. Weaver, he's going after Holmes' body and bringing in the right. And Weaver is forcing the issue.
By the end of the 11th round, it looks like Holmes is trapped.
Acting and they're trying to rest his hand. And Weaver is at him. Oh, we have a fight. Fight should have started. Holmes all on it, they do. Well, Earnie. Weaver is out fighting Holmes. Taking the best attempt.
And that's exactly where a champion's survival instinct kicks in. A short left counter uppercut.
Weaver is down from the now. A dead tired Earnie Holmes is back to his own uppercut.
And Weaver drops as if someone cut the power. He beats the count at 8, unsteady on his feet, saved only by the bell.
He got up, made it. He got up.
In the 12th, Holmes leaves no doubt. He drives Weaver into the corner and breaks him down until the referee steps in.
Are missing. That's all. That's all.
After the fight, Larry says it honestly. That man knocked the spirit out of me. He was underestimated. Not anymore.
Many of the fans were just on their feet, chanting Earnie, Earnie, Earnie.
Then comes the rematch with Ernie Shavers. The same Black Destroyer, only more dangerous than before.
Not that much by way of your fight, Earnie Shavers. Holmes knows what he's about. But he's tripling on it.
Every punch like a high-speed collision.
You see the countdown. Round fight.
Shavers waits for the moment, and then, completely out of nowhere, a sledgehammer sends Holmes to the canvas for the first time in his career. Twice. But Holmes does the one thing that shatters a puncher's mind. He gets up, again and again. By the later rounds, Shavers is empty, his face a roadmap of cuts, while the champion methodically turns the fight into a beating. In the 11th round, the referee steps in and stops it.
You had told me previously you would never fight Ali because of your feeling for him, and you know at this point in time, in your mind at least, that you can beat him.
Yeah, Howard, I don't want to really fight Ali, but he's in the way. He got something that we all want, and I feel that he's holding everything up. So I want Ali to retire, get out the game, or fight one another, because I got other guys waiting in line.
1/2 pounds. He is the Easton Assassin,
in the
Gerry Cooney.
After that, control and order once again. Lorenzo Zanin, European champion, dismantled methodically. Leroy Jones, big and unbeaten, turned into a slow target by the jab.
This is Holmes really having a go.
Even as Holmes deliberately stepped into exchanges at times, showing he could do more than just control distance. He could fight.
Howard Cosell is saying the same things about you that Larry Holmes is saying about you. Well, he is. He said publicly, he said Ali is finished.
Scott Ledoux, another challenger, and with that win, Holmes matches Joe Louis' record for consecutive stoppage defenses.
See the way poor Ledoux left 20 seconds.
For many of these men, a fight with Holmes was the chance of a lifetime. For him, just another shift on the execution line. And through all of this, one shadow hangs over him. Ali's. The shadow of the man he once called his teacher. And suddenly fate gives him a chance to step out of that shadow in the harshest way possible.
Muhammad Ali, finally, at age 37, has officially retired as champion of the World Boxing Association.
1980, Muhammad Ali has officially retired, but his aura is still alive. Holmes is the champion, but his name is still in the shade.
Or the new
I don't want to fight Muhammad. Muhammad is a legend. Let him stay home in his rocking chair. Stay home, old man. You don't need me. Take it and run.
I want all of you to know that I'm coming back and I'm going to destroy Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes is the champ. I'm going to come back. I'm 4th-time champ. I promise you, I'll destroy Larry Holmes. He's nothing. He's got no class. He's still my sparring partner. He hasn't improved none at all. That's why I came to watch him. And I promise you, I'll wipe the ring with him. There's no way, man. He's got no class for me.
On April 16th, Ali makes an announcement that sends boxing into shock. He is coming back, and he chooses Larry Holmes as his target. From that moment on, this is no longer a fight camp. It becomes a chain of confrontations, interviews, and warning signs.
This shadow has been following me around for many years. I haven't really got my just dues. Everywhere I go, people say, Ali, what about Ali? What about Ali? What about Ali? I have to knock this man out.
Those who know Ali closely begin to understand. This is no longer the Muhammad they remember. His speech slows, his reactions lag, and in his eyes, the fire is replaced by stubborn defiance.
His behind shall be mine by round 9. Did you hear me? By round 9, it'll be all over.
Commissions hesitate. Doctors issue warnings. Journalists ask the blunt question, why?
He won't go 8 rounds. I predict it. Ali will fall. The old man is in serious trouble.
But words no longer matter. Ali has made his decision. And now this is not a fight for a title. It is a collision between past and present, where the stake is not a belt, but the memory of a legend.
What do you think you do with Muhammad Ali if you got him?
Muhammad Ali is no question about Muhammad Ali anymore. There's no more Muhammad Ali. There's only one, Larry Holmes. Muhammad Ali has seen the bright side, now he's on the dark side.
The man who hasn't even fought since September 15, 1970.
October 2nd, Las Vegas. Under the open sky, an arena comes together, ready to witness a fight that was never meant to happen. Ali is no longer the same, slower, heavier, his reactions dulled. But for millions around the world, he's still the greatest.
Ali poo-poos him. There is Ali, much the way he looked.
Before the bell, Ali shouts something provocative at Holmes. But once the fight starts, time shows no mercy.
Green having trouble getting the fight started. The bell for round 1. Wide-eyed. Holmes really would like to make mincemeat of a master that Ali used to be.
Holmes does his job. Jab, movement, pressure, series after series.
Final. Again a good round 3. Has won the first 3 rounds quite clearly. Particularly good combination by Holmes in the second round. Because Holmes is left is so finding out what, if anything, is left. 40 seconds left.
Ali spends most of the fight defending and occasionally answering back, but his legs just aren't there.
Than he has done in the prior 5 rounds. But Holmes now comes back. Ali got in a couple.
By the 9th, huge swellings hang under his eyes. He's taking more punches than he did in his entire prime.
Holmes has been this round. Ali, as Holmes tries, Ali may be hurt. He may be pretending, but he may be hurt. Larry Holmes.
In the corner, Angelo Dundee looks at this and understands. One more round, and he becomes an accomplice in the destruction of his own fighter.
The very round that Ali had said. Ali is learning that even he.
After the 10th, he stands up and demands the fight be stopped. Ali doesn't come out again.
Savage. Larry, I'd like you to explain why you've been crying.
You know, so I really respect a whole lot, really respect Ali a whole lot.
It hurt you to punish him that way, didn't it?
I feel that he fought one of the baddest heavyweights in the world today, and you cannot take credit from him.
Larry Holmes becomes the only man to stop Muhammad Ali. But no one really applauds him for it. Many see him as the guy who beat up an old Ali. He gets not love, but cold recognition. He wins the fight, but loses in the popularity contest. Still, his reign continues.
Now with Larry Holmes in his 9th defense.
After Ali, the defenses don't always look pretty on paper, but they show what Holmes is made of.
Holmes weighed 15-1.5.
Trevor Berbick, a little-known Canadian, a big underdog. In the ring, he turns the fight into an ugly, tough war, with a scuffle after the bell and referee Mills Lane getting knocked over between them.
Well, this is the record of round 1. Well, what do you know about this? The referee's got shoved up.
Holmes wins on points but calls Berbick one of the strongest guys he ever fought.
Still seeking recognition, still with the chanting. Really?
Larry, have you ever hit anybody harder who could take a punch as he did?
No, I think I hit a lot of guys harder, and they went. But this guy was in excellent shape, but I hit him with some hard shots, and this man took all the punches.
Oh, what a good shot back again. Two big fellows after 15 rounds with a half a minute to go. In about 5 seconds. They may not hear it, but when they do, it's going to sound like a whole orchestra, and there it is.
Leon Spinks, the man who shocked the world by beating Ali, then quickly lost the belt.
But that's not consequential. The belt.
He storms forward, sets a high pace, gets inside with ease, takes the early rounds.
And McConnell in the 9th round. A good right. Minute 10 seconds into the first round.
Holmes endures, adjusts, makes him miss, and in the 3rd round knocks Spinks out.
Excellent chance. Larry, the referee, keeps position well. So he's in a fight. That's how Wild has him measured. You see the left measuring him, then the right, and then the left. And Spinks is ready to go. Right near the corner, virtually in the corner. And Holmes going at him. Don't lose your head. Work the opponent. Don't try to put him away too soon. Leave this whole movement. It is just killing.
Meanwhile, a mega fight with Cooney begins to take shape. Post-fight scuffles only fuel the tension.
You come over here, we're going to
no,
fight right now.
Come on.
Fight right now, you come over here. Come on.
But Holmes keeps moving forward, defending his title. Ronaldo snipes, young, hungry challenger. In the 7th, he lands the classic postman right hand.
Oh, he's got the champion over to come back in.
Holmes gets up. He not only survives the follow-up attack, he punishes Snipes badly in the same round.
Go on, Holmes isn't prepared. 7th round. 38 successive. Amazing.
And in the 11th, he rocks him and forces the referee to step in.
Oh, he's got him with the right. The bite of it. Tremendous, thundering right hand from Holmes. And Snipes one the other way. And he's pulling Holmes off.
He's still champion. But by now it's clear, the body doesn't always keep up with the mind.
I have 29 KOs with 39 fights, with 11 title defenses, with 10 straight knockouts. I tell it like it is. And come June 11th, I promise you, Gerry Cooney will be knocked out.
June 11th, 1982. Las Vegas is getting ready for one of the most charged fights in history. Gerry Cooney, tall, powerful white knockout artist without a loss, coming off brutal stoppage wins over Jimmy Young.
Half Young, 223. Right hand by Jimmy. Excuse me, by Gerry Cooney. I'm excited. 30 seconds remaining in the round. In there. He can't see. We're going to keep it right here. Young at the corner.
Ron Lyle.
The chant of crowd. And Cooney continues to land.
And Ken Norton.
Cannot save either man. A right hand and another left hand. With combinations of left stands going straight up. Norton is about to drop. Norton is on his knees.
The American media already call him the Great White Hope.
What's your prediction? I predict that Gerry Cooney will not go 7 rounds. Nothing personal against me. It's just a fact.
Reality looks like this. Each fighter is guaranteed $10 million. Cooney is on magazine covers. A special phone line is installed in his dressing room so President Ronald Reagan can call him. Holmes gets threats. The Ku Klux Klan holds rallies for Cooney. Snipers are placed on rooftops around the open-air arena. And on top of that, in the ring announcements, the reigning champion Holmes is introduced first, like a challenger. That's a headline-level insult.
I have to convince you day in and day out, there's no one in the world today could beat me.
Do you fear failure? I think everybody does, and that's normal. In the back of my mind it's there, but I'm going to win this fight.
Both men wearing white trunks. Cooney with a clover leaf. Red trim on Larry Holmes. Holmes that jab toward the bridge of the nose. Cooney tries to force the action again.
In the fight, Cooney comes forward, tries to push Holmes back, digs to the body, throws his trademark lefts.
This is round one. Nobody, I don't think, amongst the 32,000 people here. What do you feel that if Larry Holmes can last 4 or 5 rounds, then the fight should be his? Cooney.
As early as the second round, Holmes pulls a textbook combination, and Cooney is forced to drop closer to the canvas.
And Cooney took a good right hand from Holmes. He staggers in his mouth. We'll take another look at it, Ray, from another angle.
Well, here we have a better shot. That overhand right to the top of the forehead really put Gerry Cooney in a great deal of trouble.
Well, I think the impressive thing so far with the champion is, again, he's really not...
By the middle rounds, Cooney's left eye is badly swollen. He keeps coming, but every round drains more air from his lungs.
Cooney coming after it. Well, Gerry's doing what he did best. Both men have taken some very good shots. There was a left hand by Cooney. Holmes comes back with a right hand and the legs wobble once more. Cooney is in trouble against the ropes. Holmes tries to measure, scores on another right hand. But is still on his feet. Battling gamely. 10 as well, but Cooney will not go down. End of the round, a big round.
In the 13th, Larry lands a string of clean shots, and the Great White Hope collapses into the ropes.
Things are really wobbly.
Cooney's really gone now. He's really gone.
Cooney knows he has his man in trouble. Another right hand. And that eye is really opened up. Combinations of punches thrown by the champion against Gerry Cooney. This one is all but over. Cooney against the rope. Mills Lane steps in. He did not really go down.
Victor Valley.
And Victor Valley is saying no more, I believe. Victor Valley is in the ring saying no more. That's it. It is over.
The referee starts the count, but Cooney's corner doesn't wait. They stop it themselves. Holmes is now 40-0. He's just defended his title in one of the most politically loaded fights of the era. Immediately after the bout, Holmes stepped forward and made a statement.
I'm still the baddest heavyweight in the world, Larry, and I think you should give me my credit. Even because you don't have no cash, please give me some credit.
He's doing everything right, but the love still goes to others. For the first time in a long while, people began to look at Holmes differently. He was on top. The 13th title defense came against Randall Tex Cobb, a powerful American who would later become known as a movie star.
And Clint Longley, the quarterback. Floyd, for more of this ABC Sports exclusive.
Inside the ring, however, it was a one-sided dismantling. Holmes left him no space and no chance.
Hits him with the left. Look at that right, left, right.
Hurry up, clock. 90 seconds down.
Then comes Tim Witherspoon. On paper, a nobody, a sparring partner for stars. In the ring, it's a different story. Witherspoon looks like a faster, younger version of Ken Norton. He cuts off the ring, blocks the jab, works the body.
The referee, they take him away from the ropes to the count. Very good young man. See him like
64 being with you in Miami, calling a fight, only 15 fights for this opponent's gone 10 rounds twice.
Holmes struggles to land clean. Many of his punches thud into Tim's guard.
Pretty combinations. And again, digging that right to the body. Oh, for this bout, there's the jabs, 2 years of age. Drop that right hand with the jabs.
The fight is close, tense, filled with heavy exchanges. The judges raise the champion's hand by split decision, but the arena doesn't accept the verdict. A heavy feeling hangs in the air, as if something has gone wrong. On paper, a win. In reality, the first crack. Years later, magazines would list this fight among the most controversial. But that night, it was only a quiet, yet unmistakable, warning. Holmes would later say, almost casually, "I got food poisoning the night before. I spent the whole night in the bathroom. I guess I left some of my strength there." For the first time in a long while, he seriously considers walking away, but the ghost of Marciano still looms ahead. 49-0. Holmes stands at 44-0, and only a few steps remain to the summit.
Do you find that you're not the fighter you were a few years ago?
No, that don't indicate to me that I'm coming to the end of my road. It's just that fighters have changed styles and whatnot. They study a little bit more.
Originally reported a spectacular body puncher, but the man has not been with anyone.
He then beats Scott Frank. Wrecks young Marvis Frazier so badly that the kid literally rolls across the ring after a right hand.
So now, top nations of the world, boxed in the top amateur. Just look at this, for a 34 years of age. There are occasions when heavyweights, I would suspect that those trunks that Frazier's wearing were his father's down. Oh! The long right hand, the replays, the long right hand, you'd really almost telegraph, and there was no way that Frazier could keep in control there. Just the arms too low, right through the middle, really like a lance. It was a devastating right hand punch. Control of his legs, he measured that right hand, and there's...
He refuses to fight mandatory contender Greg Page for small money, dumps his WBC belt, walks away from Don King, takes the new IBF title, and becomes the backbone of that young organization. After wins over James Bone Crusher Smith, David Bay,
One more. Holmes is on top of David Bay. Bay trying to grab on. Larry Holmes won't let him. Now we see some combination. A lot of punches going on there. And this one is open. Carlos Padilla.
and Carl Williams. He reaches 48-0. He's one step from Marciano. That step's name is Michael Spinks.
I'm just well one of them that is going for this good attempt. Same thing can happen, possibly. But I don't look at it that way. I don't think I don't have time for that, really.
To lose to a light heavyweight champion, I mean, that would be a shame, wouldn't it? That Larry Holmes, saying he's the greatest fighter of all, lose to a light heavyweight? No, I'm not going to lose. That's gone. It's not even in my mind.
The undisputed light heavyweight champion, young, fast, ambitious. He's undefeated too. Holmes is a 6-1 favorite. But camp is rough. Pinched nerves, back issues, pain every time he throws a right.
Answers should come early. Round one, heavyweight championship. Both men undefeated.
Especially around the midsection, his shoulders. He only wears a knee brace so he can get in.
Early in the fight, Larry looks better, but Spinks adjusts and starts stealing rounds with activity and speed.
Combination by Spinks. Right hand lead. Spinks has been doing more fighting than Larry Holmes. He's trying to intimidate Spinks, and it's absolutely not working. That was Holmes with a good right hand. Good exchange that time. Holmes got the better of it, I think. Uppercut misses by about a foot. Oh, a good combination of left.
Holmes can't really switch on his classic jab-right jab rhythm. His legs aren't there.
There's the uppercut. He's throwing everything. We have to see whether or not it's going to work. We have not seen the right hand of Larry Holmes like we've seen. You notice, you see, he's trying to get a little breather here.
Spinks action. Both men just fighting on courage here. Larry, but it may be too little, too late. The one punch, and he is just about out of.
After 15 rounds, the judges raise Spinks' hand. It's upset of the year. Marciano's record remains untouched. Angry and disappointed, Larry says the line that will go around the world.
I mean, if you really want to get technical about the whole thing,
Rocky couldn't carry my jockstrap. I'm 35 years old fighting young men, and he was 25 years old fighting old men. I can easily put him down.
The reaction is harsh. Holmes is criticized, his words dissected for weeks. He apologizes, and soon after announces his retirement. For the first time, not because of punches in the ring, but because of what's happening beyond it.
They don't like what I said or like what I done, they can go jump in the river. I have done it, and I don't have to apologize to nobody because I have done more than any one man have done in 18 years that I've been boxing.
Then a few months later agrees to a rematch for far less money than he once demanded.
First round. And he's out of the corner very quickly. Larry's very tight here. You notice now he's starting to miss with his right hand already. But Michael Spinks said that he wants Larry Holmes to fight. Yeah, he wants Larry to use his jab more to get... No, that's the uppercut. Both hands. Holmes trying to measure his back.
The second fight is more active and entertaining. But the decision still goes to Spinks, this time split. Holmes says he's been robbed again, and again says he's leaving boxing. This time for good? No. Ahead is a collision with the man who will flip the heavyweight division upside down.
To that medicine ball technique. Michael Spinks seems to say.
I'm the master of the pinpoint. My shots are so accurate and so precise, not to be egotistic, but when they land, they're so precise, I just can't help it who you are. You have to go down because it's a law when Mike Tyson hits you.
Weight advantage. Was in trouble in both the first and 10th rounds, and now he's in trouble here.
Tyson will be able to get underneath it. Oh, wow! With a right, another left. Tyson goes to work right away. And he gets...
For nearly 2 years, he disappears from the ring. Then comes the announcement. Larry's coming back to fight the new king.
The youngest and new WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Michael Tyson.
January 22nd, 1988, Atlantic City. His opponent, Mike Tyson, undisputed champion, 21 years old, 17 years younger than Larry.
I got to hurt Mike Tyson. I got to let him know what pain feels like. I want Mike Tyson to be able to feel the impact. I want Mike Tyson to know that Larry Holmes is not afraid of him.
Holmes comes back for the purse and, maybe, a shot at reclaiming a piece of glory. But times have changed.
I'm strong, and I'm going to overcome it. Combat, I'm a better fighter. I feel my will is invincible.
Prior to that, to Michael Spinks in a very close and controversial decision. There he is, Larry Holmes in white, and Mike Tyson when he was champion. Now the young guy is Larry Holmes, and I want to remember. He books as one of the great heavyweight champions of all time.
From the first seconds, the difference in eras is obvious. Tyson isn't just strong, he's insanely fast.
You know, knocking out Joe Louis was the driving, pounding left jab, and it's not there. Big right. Larry going to seek his career, but most of them.
Larry tries to jab, but can't get his head out of the way in time. His legs can't handle the pace.
For another payday. Tyson has a lot of respect for the former ability of Larry. And there's the bell ending.
In the fourth round, Mike lands a crushing right hand.
That's the biggest problem. Oh! Right hand! Down goes Larry Holmes! First knockdown. A crushing right hand right on top of the...
He gets up, goes down again.
A heavier shot than that. But right now, Mike Tyson is in charge. He's the boss, and Larry's down for the second time. Left hand, a right hand, and then just an accumulation. There's no free knockdown rule, but Larry's in a good position. Mike's showing patience to get set for the big shot. Right hand hurt Larry again. He's back at his heels. Takes a look into the eyes. Larry gets nailed with the left hand, the right hand. Digs to the body, goes to throw right hand. Gets clipped with a big...
A third knockdown, and the referee stops it. It's the first and only knockout loss of Larry Holmes' career.
Means something special to you tonight because Larry Holmes was once an outstanding fighter.
But it wasn't no Larry Holmes was a legendary fighter. And if he was at his best, I couldn't stand a chance. He was a great fighter. I admire him very much.
But history doesn't care about if. The torch has been passed. Tyson becomes the face of the division. Holmes walks away. Again. (1991). The Easton Assassin returns for a third time. Behind him, Tyson's knockout, age past 40, extra weight. Ahead, a string of fights with mid-level opponents. The first is Tim Anderson, a first-round knockout.
These are heavyweights. Chest at 202 and a quarter, that's more toward his natural weight. He does not have good footing.
We can see the canvas giving, but Larry Holmes is also giving a fist.
Followed by a wild parking lot brawl with Trevor Berbick, where Larry literally jumps at him from the hoods of cars. It sounds like a farce, but he still has serious plans. He collects a few more wins.
10 rounds. Eddie Gonzalez is looking to survive.
And in February 1992 gets a chance nobody expected, a fight with undefeated Ray Mercer. Mercer is WBO champion, the man who brutally destroyed Tommy Morrison, fresh blood in the heavyweight division. He vacates his title defense against Michael Moorer just to fight Holmes in a non-title bout.
One of the best jabs in boxing for you
with Mercer. Holly riled Mercer up.
Wake up.
Facing his confidence.
From the opening bell, Ray presses, attacks, rocks Holmes late in the first. It looks like it might end quickly.
The opponents he's had, and he is shaking up. And Mercer, and no right in as Tommy Morrison.
Use his movement.
And he can't get at
Ray Mercer.
But you know this is a good round for Mercer.
But Larry fires up his main weapon again, his brain.
And really both of these
Larry Holmes at the age of 42, or also his grandfather Larry's learning to fight in the Army. His idol, movement and the quickness. Holmes has already admitted
around his opponent and in the perfect.
He starts saving energy, going to the ropes on purpose, dragging Mercer in and catching him with counters.
Falling off is Holmes. In fact, just got a warning from his corner as he came out.
Trying to maneuver around.
He said, well, if he knocks me.
By the 7th, the punch stats show insane numbers. Holmes is landing around 70% of his shots.
Boxed badly, but then came up with
chopping right hand from Mercer. These right hands right above the belt line. But Mercer had been content with
going on in June to fight George Foreman.
There was a digging right hand to the body. Scoring well is Larry.
At one point, he turns to the camera and shouts, "I'm not Tommy Morrison."
To sucker punch Mercer.
After 12 rounds, the judges unanimously give the fight to 42-year-old Larry Holmes. Grandpa with 2 grandkids has just outboxed an undefeated monster. This win puts him in line for the undisputed champion, Evander Holyfield.
Evander Holyfield, a great champion. Look at that physique, strong. But where is he making a mistake? Look where his hand's at.
This time, there are no scandals, no hostility, no loud words or personal shots. Holyfield and Holmes meet calmly, almost businesslike. One is the reigning champion. The other is a man who has already walked this road before. There is no hatred in the air. There is respect.
I'm expecting a good fight. A real good fight. I have a lot of respect for Larry Holmes.
And there is a question only the ring can answer. Can experience still stand up to youth?
Told us yesterday that he will.
Holmes uses a plan similar to the one from the Mercer fight, leaning on the ropes, drawing Evander in, looking for counters.
Hit the younger guy's hole.
Many combinations in round 1, a more elusive target. Holmes defenses and make him pay. Holmes comes with an uppercut and a right hand.
He opens a cut over Holyfield's right eye, takes a few rounds, but it's not enough.
Left and a right.
felt that was the best.
Holyfield keeps a faster pace, throws combinations, wins clearly on points.
An x-ray of those right hands. There was a big right hand. Third one missed because he throws the jab so often, and occasionally his opponent will time that jab and come over.
Witnesses knockdowns at the hands of Earnie Shavers. And when all this...
After the fight, Larry says he's going fishing. He really goes away for a bit, but not for long. A string of wins over less-known names: Everett Martin, Ken LaCusta, Jose Ribalta, Gehring Lane, Jesse Ferguson.
But Larry Holmes is also given a fish, and he goes down in the heat.
And in 1995, he gets yet another title shot, this time against Oliver McCall, the man who shocked the world by knocking out Lennox Lewis.
Of Stewart.
And you know, Larry... Down goes Lewis, having caught a short left hand inside.
6, 7, 8.
McCall starts better, more aggressive, stronger.
The jab. The question out.
And his jab, which has always been his best feature at the referee's instructions.
But in the mid-rounds, Holmes shows his class again. He moves, jabs, controls distance, especially in the center of the ring.
Here's the 30 seconds to go in round 5. There's a miss for the heavyweight championship 1978 when he beat Ken Norton easy close round.
I think
shook Larry up a little bit. There was a lot of energy.
He made one questionable call.
On the cards, it's close, but McCall deservedly gets the decision. Another summit Larry managed to touch, but couldn't stay on.
Final seconds. McCall finishing with a brilliant. That is it.
Even after McCall, Holmes still doesn't say enough. He fights Ed Donaldson, a late-starting but huge heavyweight at 235 pounds with a dangerous right hand.
Donaldson says that he wants range of Holmes.
He says he wants to. Look at that jab from Larry.
The fight is rough and messy. Larry twice goes down when his back foot slips off the apron.
And we will pause for word from your local cable systems as Donaldson grandfather of 2, Larry again.
Donaldson bull rushes him, eats tons of shots just to get Holmes to the ropes and land a few of his own.
He is rising to another level.
Rounds, took a few rounds for opponent.
Eddie Donaldson is wrestling.
He does manage to rock the former champion a couple of times, but Larry's chin is granite.
Defense is down too early.
Oh, to that right hand. Left hand low.
Around the eye of Holmes.
And you know, for a...
Then, flashback to the old Holmes. A right hand, like the one that once crushed Mike Weaver, detonates perfectly.
So many fighters. Donaldson collapsed here in the 8th.
It sounds like a bat cracking a watermelon. Donaldson flies backward and hits the canvas so hard he literally bounces. It looks like he's out. But somehow Ed gets up. The bell saves him.
Plus, sometimes if you block with your hands, your opponent hits.
To go on. Biggest payday, $10 million with another $63 fight.
He makes it to the end, but the fight is all Holmes. In the late 90s, Larry revisits old rivals, beating Smith and Weaver in rematches while already pushing 50.
There goes that up. There was the other jab out. He won't even jab it. That's it. Fight's over.
A fight with George Foreman falls through over money. The promoter doesn't pay the remaining $9 million of the promised 10 in time. And then, July 27th, 2002, the final bell, Larry Holmes versus Eric Butterbean Esch. A colorful showman against a living legend.
Holmes said to us it's a 3-round fight. He said, I will land jabs and straight. Larry Holmes is the absolute definition of the word.
52-year-old Holmes shows that legendary jab, keeps the distance, controls the pace.
Oh, that's the oh my. Well, it didn't hurt about his fight. You figure if he throws him around 10, they're going to hurt the guy.
Butterbean keeps marching forward, looking for big hooks and uppercuts, but runs into that lead hand over and over.
He has parlayed his 4 rounds. Butterbean lands a couple of right hands. He's flailing the leg. Holmes with his hand on the ropes, just trying to parry whatever.
Near the end, there's a nearly comic moment. Larry stumbles slightly, leans back into the ropes, and the tired referee suddenly decides to give him a count.
Holmes has, and you would think it might be. Looks looks like he will go out a winner. Oh, left hook. Sends Holmes down. That's called a knockdown appropriately. That's called a knockdown appropriately. Sends him against the ropes, and that's the appropriate call by the referee. That is the right call. He did the right thing. Ends with a little bit.
Holmes laughs. The crowd laughs. On the cards, a clear unanimous decision for Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes finally walks away at the age of 53 with a record of 69 wins, 44 knockouts, and 6 losses, with only one true knockout defeat, at the hands of a prime Mike Tyson, and with decades spent at the very top of the heavyweight division. He was never the loudest, never the most beloved, but he proved to be one of the most enduring, defending the heavyweight throne 19 times, surpassed in that mark only by Joe Louis and Vladimir Klitschko. Today, Holmes is increasingly called the most underrated heavyweight champion in boxing history, a man who lived in the shadow of legends, and became a legend himself to those who truly understand the sport. And if we ask one honest question, perhaps this boring jabber from Easton never received the recognition he truly deserved. If you enjoyed this video, support the channel. And remember, in boxing, there are no final chapters, only pauses between storms. For Larry Holmes, that storm became his legacy.